Why every empire fell. Empires rise, empires conquer. They control wealth, shape culture, and dominate continents. Yet no matter how powerful, every empire eventually falls. From Rome to the British Empire, from the Mongols to the Qing Dynasty, history is filled with once mighty civilizations that crumbled, sometimes suddenly, sometimes slowly, over centuries. Today, we're going to explore 10 empires that fell and why, uncovering the forces that brought them down and the lessons they left behind. Spoiler, it's never just one thing. 1. The Roman Empire. Overstretch and internal decay. Rome ruled the Mediterranean for centuries. Its armies were legendary, its roads and aqueducts engineering marvels, and its law system a foundation for modern governance. But by the 4th and 5th centuries, cracks were forming. The empire had simply grown too large. Communication lagged, borders were impossible to defend, and local governors began acting independently. Meanwhile, political corruption and economic troubles were rampant. Rome also relied heavily on mercenary armies, often less loyal than citizen soldiers. Then came invasions by Germanic tribes, the Visigoths, Vandals, and Huns. Rome didn't fall in a single day, it fell piece by piece, with entire provinces slipping out of imperial control. It's a powerful lesson. Strength without stability is fragile. 2. The Mongol Empire. Fragmentation and local rule. Genghis Khan united the steppes, creating the largest contiguous empire in history. But empires built on rapid conquest often struggle to hold their gains. The Mongols ruled through fear and military power, not through a sophisticated administrative system. After Genghis and his immediate successors died, the empire fragmented into several khanates. Local rulers prioritized personal power over unity. Rivalries escalated and cohesion crumbled. Even one of the most terrifying military powers in history couldn't maintain unity without governance and succession planning. Lesson: conquest alone is not enough to sustain an empire. 3. The Ottoman Empire. Stagnation and external pressure. At its height, the Ottoman Empire stretched across Southeast Europe, Western Asia, and North Africa. But by the 17th century, stagnation set in. Leaders became more ceremonial than strategic. Military technology lagged behind Europe. Trade routes shifted, reducing revenue. Meanwhile, nationalist movements and constant wars drained resources. By World War I, the empire was dubbed the sick man of Europe, and defeat in 1918 sealed its fate. Even centuries of success can't protect an empire from failure to innovate and adapt. 4. The Aztec Empire. Disease and conquest. The Aztecs ruled a sophisticated civilization in Mesoamerica, known for engineering, agriculture, and religion. But when Hernán Cortés arrived in 1519 with fewer than 600 men, the empire faced a threat it hadn't prepared for: European diseases like smallpox. Combined with military attacks and alliances Cortés formed with rival tribes, the Aztec population was devastated. Within 2 years, the empire collapsed. Lesson: external forces exploiting internal vulnerabilities can bring down even the strongest civilizations. 5. The Inca Empire. Internal strife and Spanish conquest. The Inca Empire stretched along the Andes with complex roads, agricultural terraces, and centralized administration. But civil war had weakened the state when Francisco Pizarro arrived in the 1530s. Spanish firearms, cavalry, and, again, disease tipped the balance. Within a few years, one of the largest empires in the Americas fell. The Inca example shows that internal division plus external threats is a deadly combination. 6. The Byzantine Empire. Pressure from all sides. The Eastern Roman Empire, or Byzantine Empire, lasted over 1,000 years. Its capital, Constantinople, was a fortress and cultural center. But by the 15th century, decades of internal corruption, political intrigue, and economic strain weakened it. Constant attacks from the Ottomans, Crusaders, and neighboring powers left the empire vulnerable. In 1453, Sultan Mehmed II captured Constantinople, ending one of history's longest-lasting empires. Lesson: even enduring civilizations can fall when internal decay meets relentless external pressure. 7. The British Empire: overextension and economic shifts. At its peak, the British Empire spanned the globe. But controlling distant colonies came at a high cost. Military overstretch, rising independence movements, and the economic toll of 2 world wars weakened Britain's power. By the mid-20th century, India, Africa, and much of the Caribbean gained independence. The empire's cultural legacy remains, but its political dominance ended. Lesson: power without sustainable governance is fragile. 8. The French Empire: revolution and overreach. Napoleon Bonaparte's French Empire dominated Europe in the early 19th century. But overextension, constant warfare, and nationalist uprisings in occupied territories drained resources. The disastrous invasion of Russia and the defeat at Waterloo in 1815 finally ended the empire. Lesson: military genius can't indefinitely sustain political control. 9. The Soviet Union: ideology and economic rigidity. The USSR emerged as a global superpower after World War II, controlling Eastern Europe and projecting influence worldwide. By the 1980s, economic stagnation, political corruption, and central planning inefficiencies took their toll. Republics broke away, the Berlin Wall fell, and the Union dissolved in 1991. Lesson: even superpowers fall when internal systems can't adapt to changing realities. 10. The Qing Dynasty: corruption, rebellion, and Western pressure. China's last imperial dynasty, the Qing, ruled for nearly 3 centuries. But corruption weakened the bureaucracy, peasant uprisings erupted, and Western powers forced humiliating treaties. By 1912, the dynasty collapsed, ending thousands of years of imperial rule. Lesson: internal decay, compounded by external pressures, will eventually break any empire. So why do empires fall? Overstretch, corruption, economic stagnation, internal division, external threats. History shows us that no empire lasts forever, no matter how mighty. If you enjoyed this exploration, like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss new content about history, strategy, and human civilization. Which empire's fall surprised you the most? Comment below. I might cover your picks in a future video.